Welcome to Class 10 Politics, Chapter 7, Outcomes of Democracy. There are different forms of government. Some of the prevalent forms of government are monarchy, aristocracy, dictatorship, and democracy. What is the main aspect of a government? Or how can we say that if a government is a monarchy or democracy or dictatorship? The main aspect of any government is how political power is obtained. It can be either through hereditary succession or elections. Democracy is a better form of government when compared with dictatorship or any other alternative. But many of us would not be satisfied with democracy in practice. What do we expect from a form of government? We expect quality of government and social and economic well-being. Does democracy fulfill these expectations in real life? This chapter helps us to evaluate the functioning of democracies in comparison to alternative forms of governments. In this chapter, you will learn how to assess the outcomes of democracy. What is the form of government followed in our country? India follows democratic form of government. We got independence on August 15, 1947. It declared itself as sovereign, democratic and republic state with the adoption of the Constitution on January 26, 1950. What is the difference between Independence Day and Republic Day? I'll come up with a special video on it. Don't forget to watch it. India and United States are the two large democracies in the world. India is called the largest democracy because of the popular participation. India continues as a democracy, and this chapter discusses the causes for continuation of democracy in India and distinguish between strengths and weaknesses of Indian democracy. You will also get to know the expected and actual outcomes of democracy in various respects such as quality of government, economic well-being, inequality, social differences and conflict, freedom and dignity. How do we assess democracy's outcomes? In the previous class, we had come across a discussion about democracy. It emerged from that conversation that democracy is a better form of government than dictatorship because democracy promotes equality among citizens, enhances the dignity of the individual, improves the quality of decision making, provides a method to resolve conflicts, and allows room to correct mistakes. Are these expectations realized under democracies? Most of the people support democracy against other forms of government, but not so many of them would be satisfied with the democracy in practice. Democracy seemed to be good in principle, but felt to be not so good in its practice. This dilemma makes us to think hard about the outcomes of democracy. Today, over 100 countries of the world claim and practice some kind of democratic politics. They have formal constitutions, they hold elections, they have political parties, and they guarantee rights of citizens. These features are the common to most of the democratic countries. At the same time, these democracies are very much different from each other in terms of their social situations, economic achievements, and their culture. You have to keep in mind that democracy is just a form of government. It can only create conditions for achieving something. The citizens have to take advantage of those conditions and achieve those goals. Is there something that we can expect from every democracy just because it is democracy? Let us examine some of the things we can reasonably expect from a democracy. Democracy produces accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. There are some things that democracy must provide to its people. In a democracy, people have the right to choose their rulers and they have control over their rulers. Whenever possible and necessary, citizens should be able to participate in decision making that affects them all. A democracy should produce a government that is accountable to the citizens and responsive to the needs and expectations of the citizens. Or it should be the most basic outcome of a democracy. We face another common question here. Is the democratic government efficient and effective in decision making? It is true that non-democratic rulers can be very quick and efficient in decision making and implementation. Why is it so? It is because they do not have to bother about deliberation in assemblies. Also, they need not to worry about majorities and public opinion. Democracy gives importance to deliberation and public opinion. The democratic government will take more time to follow procedures before arriving at a decision. Its decisions may be both more acceptable to the people and more effective. Democracy ensures that decision making will be based on norms and procedures. So a citizen who wants to know if a decision was taken through the correct procedures can find out this information. Citizens have the right and the means to examine the process of decision making. Is there any process through which we can seek information from our government? You might have heard of Right to Information. RTI stands for Right to Information. Right to Information Act 2005 mandates timely response to citizens' request for government information. Right to information empowers every citizen to seek any information from the government, inspect any government documents, and take the sample of material used in any work. Actually, right to information is a part of fundamental rights under Article 19, Part 1 of the Constitution. Article 19 says that every citizen has freedom of speech and expression. Even though RTI is a fundamental right, still we need RTI Act to give us this right. This is because if you went to any government department and told the officer there to show you all the files in his office, he would not do that. In all probability, he would throw you out of his room. Therefore, we need a machinery or a process through which we can exercise this fundamental right. Right to Information Act 2005, which became effective on 13th October 2005, provides that machinery. Therefore, Right to Information Act does not give us any new right. It simply lays down the process on how to apply for information, where to apply, how much fees, etc. This is known as transparency. This factor of transparency is often missing from the non-democratic government. From this, what we understand that democracy is an accountable and responsive government. We shall look into the rest of the chapter in the next session. Stay tuned. Thank you.